This conference is being recorded.
Hello, Art. How are you tonight?
Good.
Well, I have a fun and exciting time planned for everybody. They're going to be shocked and amazed. How's that sound?
Shocked would be awesome.
We're going to do a little shock and awe. How's that?
Shocking something.
So, I'm going to tonight, hopefully live right before your eyes, put a video on page 1 of Google. How would you guys like to see that?
Well, that would be just amazing.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
I think you would impress me too.
Let me see if I can do that. Okay, so but hang on here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get out of screen share mode because I want to get this started. So I am going to go to here. All right. So guys, what I'm going to do here, and Marcus will actually use like this because I'm actually going to use one of his, one of the things we built underlying for one of his customers. Anyways, this is, I just want to show you guys this. Okay, so presently we have one video loaded in this account. This is a new account. This is YouTube, just so you guys are aware. And what I'm going to do right now before your eyes, I'm going to upload a video. I'm going to do a little optimization, nothing really fancy, and then I'm going to submit it to YouTube. And by the end of this session, by the end of this meeting, we'll see how we do ranking-wise. Okay? So let's just start with an upload. Now, I am going to cheat here. I do have a video ready. It'd be crazy to show you to, take 20 minutes to produce a video. So the thing that I could do, guys, I'm probably giving away some secrets here, but I always start with unlisted or private, and there's a reason behind that, okay? And I won't go through it right now, but I really just want to demo this to you guys because a lot of people have asked for, well, I want flyers, and I want business cards, and I want this, and I want that. And, those things are all great, but I don't sell that way. The way I sell, the way I like to sell, is kind of the old Encyclopedia Britannica way, all right? I like to demo this stuff, okay? And I know that many of you have sold our services, and it's really hard for some of our services to demo them in advance, but I'm starting to put all those things in place because I really think the secret to success is showing somebody what you can do before you ask them to pay for it. That's the best way to do it. All right, so I've been doing more and more of this, and it's worked out absolutely fantastic for lots of reasons, okay? There's some innovation in here, too. For you guys that are kind of new, as we have a mix of new and older guys, one of the things that we're doing is, I'll get into that in a minute, but let me just get this project done so I can go on with the rest of the presentation. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to a video that I've already pre-created. Yeah, right. Blah, blah, blah. Here, let me drink some tea. Okay. I do a little optimization here, dudes. Shouldn't take more than a minute. Oh, let me do this first. My secret formula here. By the way, guys, this is a tracking number we have associated with this account. So, and this will work for anyone in the area. So even if this customer doesn't want this, we'll sell it to somebody else. So I'm not really too concerned about that. All right. So you're probably wondering, what the heck is he doing? Just bear with me here. You're probably going to have more questions than answers. And I'm not going to go through training. This isn't something you guys would do. Meaning, you wouldn't have to do this. We would do this. So, anyways, I've already pre-written a description, which I'm simply going to cut and paste in there. Because who wants to sit here and watch me type out a description? I'm not too worried about the tags. What I'm going to do, although tags are important, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to throw a couple of tags in here. Nothing fancy. If I can. Oops, I don't want the baseball team. I don't want the Houston Astros. That's not what I was after, guys. All right. I don't know why it's not letting me cut and paste. Let's see if it'll do it now. Yeah. Okay. Always the first one is a problem. So you got to do something weird here. So, okay. And I'm going to pick a thumbnail. I like the smiling people. I'm going to add it to a playlist. I got 2 playlists already created. And that's, I'm going to do the done part. And I'm just going to do a little advanced setting stuff here. Captions and recording date is today, and a video location. So I want to do Houston, Texas, and I don't really care where in Houston, Texas. Man, you didn't like the Texas part. See if it'll find it. Yeah, being stubborn, aren't you? Okay, really quick. I'll zoom in. When all else fails, use what Google gives you. Yeah, that's pretty close. And what they're looking for is the longitude, latitude information. So I don't. All right, so we're all done. Simple, right? It only took a couple of minutes.
Hey, Wally, that's pretty cool.
Okay. Well, you haven't seen anything yet. I mean, I'm just slowing the video.
Hey, Wally, I got a quick question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you have to approve anybody trying to get on?
Do I have to approve anybody getting on?
Yeah, it's the guy's telling me that he's waiting for host to approve.
Unless he's downloading Fuse for the first time, that might be.
Oh, yeah, it might be because he's a new guy.
Yeah, so he's probably waiting for Fuse to approve his download or whatever. Okay. I don't know if they have a verification process. Okay, so we're all done here, guys. So I'm going to get out of this. There is one thing I do want to do. Let me do this. One little thing else I want to do. Okay, I want to do a little magic here. Some fairy dust stuff. And we're just going to share that. And let's see, maybe one other, no, I don't have my Twitter account, isn't working, I don't think. Facebook, sure, why not? So there we go, we'll just throw it on Facebook. Now, some of you may have caught on to a little strategy here that I'm employing that nobody in the marketplace. One of the things I really want to stress about IM4B is we're extremely innovative. And innovation means that you don't sound like everybody else. And you do things differently that make sense. And if you guys listen to what we do and say, you guys will be extremely successful because nobody out there employs the types of marketing strategies that we employ. Okay? Now, there's no views on this. Not that we need to view it. But, so we're all done here. We're all done with the video. I'm done with the video. I'm going to get out of this. I don't need this anymore. So anyway, so I'm going to get on with the presentation. So I just wanted to get the video uploaded and out there. That's all I wanted to do. So you guys saw me do that in real time right now, tonight at 8:14. So we're going to come back later in the presentation, and we're going to see how this thing is doing. All right? And hopefully, cross your fingers, everything works. Because, you know, it doesn't always go that way. Anyways, let me get back to the presentation. Then I'm going to open up our content here. So, all right. So, you guys are witnesses to me uploading that video first time. So here we go. Local Biz Pros. We have decided that instead of hiring a bunch of sales reps and going that route and having, you know, because the only way the sales reps really work for a company, generally speaking, is, you know, you pay them and they're yours and they work 40 hours a week. So what we decided to do with Local Biz Pro is take this more as a wholesale situation so that you guys can actually establish your own local businesses. We'll do the fulfillment. We'll do all the things that need to be done to make it all happen. You sell, you build the business, and the exciting thing is you set your profit margins. So no longer are you tied to any kind of commission schedule. We're simply going to put together wholesale pricing, and you guys can mark it up whatever you want. So that means that, for example, with targeted marketing, where you used to make, you know, 15, 20, 30%, which means you meant you made $150, $200, $300, $400, $500. Now you can get the bulk of that money and make $900. Okay, so we're really just going to trim this down so you guys can build this as your business. The reason we're doing this is very simple. Okay, we have found that those individuals who run their own businesses take more action and more responsibility for what they do. So all the customers are yours. The billing goes to you. It doesn't even come to us. All you're going to do is pay us to do the wholesale work. So if it costs $100 for our job, you're just paying us $100. The rest of it's yours. And you collect the money. You keep the money. It's all yours. The customers are yours. You know, we're going to work with you on training you, giving you information, concentrating on making you the local biz pro instead of putting so much time and effort into trying to work with customers who, in many times, to be perfectly honest with you, didn't always understand what it was we were offering them. And in some cases, it wasn't really a good fit. And I have to be honest, okay? So I'm going to do the who, what, why, where, and here, and what and how presentation right now. So who is a local biz pro? It's a person that wants to build a residual, and I stress the term residual, recurring business from a handful of clients. Okay, guys, you do not need, 100 clients to make this work. A handful of clients will make this work. And if you guys can sign up 10 clients in a year, you're well on your way to, 6 figures plus. So who wants to make a difference in their local market by helping local businesses? Okay, some of our products work for some types of businesses, some of our products do not. It's a product mix issue. So you're going to have an opportunity to offer multiple products to multiple businesses based on what they need and what's going to work best for them. All right? And you have to have a strong commitment to getting results and getting paid well for it. Okay, this is not something that I would do on the cheap. Okay? There's no price war going on here. A lot of the things that we do are unique, they're exclusive, and if you use our strategies, you're always going to be in a position where you're beating out all the competition because you really don't have any competition, because you're going to be talking to business owners in a way that other people don't, and that's really the key. Okay? You want to offer them something more than just a product or just a service. Okay? I explained this to somebody the other day. They said, well, how do you sell, Wally? I said, I've always sold this way. Whatever's between my ears, a pen, and a piece of paper. That is all I need to sell with. I don't need anything else. I've closed more deals that way than, I don't hand out brochures. I don't even have business cards. I know you guys think that's weird, but I collect their business cards, and then, what I do? I tell them, I say, oh, okay, I got your business card. You know what I'll do? I'll send you my contact information. That's what I do. I'm always in a position of power. I'm always positioning myself ahead of the game. I'm always talking about things they've never heard of before. All right? And we're going to cover a couple of those things tonight. I'm going to give you an inside peek into a whole bunch of the services that we offer besides targeting and retargeting. Some of you are familiar with a couple of our services, but I'm going to show you a lot more of our services. Now, some of you may or may not be already offering these. I don't think so. And none of you are offering them the way we do. I know that already. So, what is a local biz pro? It's a local business owner that helps businesses with marketing issues to grow and retain their customers. So it's important to understand, to grow and retain their customers. Customer retention is an important part of many businesses, and you need to remember that. They're professionals that add value first. Okay, we always seek to add value first. We always start our relationships with adding some kind of value. If we cannot add value, that customer will not stay with us. That's just a flat out, if we don't add value, they will not stay with us. So, works to understand, and we do have customers that leave. We have customers that we should have said no to begin with, and you're going to find that we're going to be doing that more and more if we think the product mix is wrong. Works to understand the business niche and offer the right services for that particular client. What do I mean by that? Well, look, there are some clients that social media works really well. There's others it's a waste of time. There's some clients that really, really desperately need mobile solutions, and no one's offering them to them the right way, and they can really help their business out tremendously. But, for other clients, mobile isn't an issue or even shouldn't be considered. So I want you to understand that it has a lot to do with the niche and the client and the customization of that. So we're basically offering services that are custom developed. Looks for long-term and not short-term. Okay, you have to look at the long picture. When we start off with many of our customers, we're doing one very simple, inexpensive, free, or low-cost thing. We always work to start a relationship and do a good job. Look, if we can do a good job on a small job, then we're going to get a large job later on. And that's what we look to do with all of our customers. All right. Plus, it's easier for them to swallow. Okay. When you're talking about offering them something that's low cost or no cost, it's easy for them to swallow. You want to be the godfather in your local market and offer an irresistible offer, something they cannot say no to. All right? That's the premise. And you want to do something that's fun and exciting. It's always fun and exciting here because there's always new things happening. And have the time and the money to enjoy it. Now, this is important. I'm hoping that when you guys build your business, that you start to realize, like I do, that, look, I want to get up, I want to work a few hours, and I want to go play golf. I mean, that's the objective here. I mean, online marketing and local biz pro shouldn't be a 60-hour-a-week job. You can put in 20 hours and be very, very successful at this. So I hope you guys understand that this is a lifestyle choice. And one of the things that go with it is recurring revenue. You have to understand. I love recurring revenue. I've always worked with recurring revenue in either the companies I work for or the businesses I've started. Recurring revenue is a big, big thing with me. Okay? I don't like to sell every month. I just want to sell them once and then sell them, upsell them. I mean, I don't mind selling them again, upselling them. So why work with IM4B? Innovation is the key, and I'm going to share a couple of those innovations with you so that you can actually see them. Okay? Selling the same things to everyone else doesn't work. Blah, 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 blah. If you go out and you sell mobile websites and you come in and you say, I got mobile websites or I got mobile applications, if you don't sound a little different somehow and you don't do something different, now you can sell that product. Okay? But you've got to remember that you've got to sound or look different. You either got to show them what it's going to look like. You got to do it for them in advance and say, here it is. Now would you like to buy it? I mean, look, people like to buy things they can see and touch and feel. So we recognize that. With many of our things, they're kind of intrinsic, and they can't see them, touch them, and feel them. So consequently, they don't have anything to grasp a hold of. We're trying to change that so that we're bringing something more tangible to them in advance. You get to stay ahead by offering value that builds lifetime customers. All right? And I'll show you a technique. I'll show you a marketing technique that is not being talked about in the marketplace. That will make a light bulb go on, especially for many of you, that will make a light bulb go on for your customers and set you immediately without you don't have to know everything I do. Without knowing how to turn on a computer. This will set you apart immediately from all the other brainiacs out there trying to sell them all these services. Okay? Does that sound exciting? Opportunity to sell more at higher prices. Okay, you can be a little picky. If you add value first, they come know and trust you, then you can charge whatever is fair. That's what I put it. You set your own prices, you make your own profit, you build a real asset. That's important. You want to build a real asset. You know, one of the things that I've recognized, we were actually doing a disservice to many of you. By having you as representatives, you weren't actually building a real asset. I'm changing that. I want to make this what it was originally envisioned, turning you guys into the local biz pro. And the right way to do that is to have you guys build a real asset that's yours. And the way to do that is have your own business. All right? So we're just a partner with you. That's the way we're working this. Okay? Where? Local, focus. Now, can you sell in more than one local community? Yeah, we don't have restrictions. Okay, there's enough to go around for everybody, so I wouldn't worry about that. All right, I've ran into competitors once in a while, once in a blue moon, but if I'm selling something that's different from what they're selling, it doesn't matter. So, there's enough to go around for everybody. Listen, there's so many businesses that need help, it's not funny. Work with the best customers. You can choose who you work with. You know, you're going to get to choose who you work with. You like them, you don't like them. They're a good company, they're a bad company. You get to choose who you get to work with. And you consult with local business owners to find the best solutions. And that's really, the where in your local community. So how do we do this? Okay. Well, we offer training on multiple services. And I'm going to show you some of those tonight. So hang on to your hat, because you're going to really love this. We wholesale this to you, so you can set your own prices. All right, so we're really setting you up so that you can be successful in your own business. You can brand it the way you want. You can run it the way you want. You can do it the way you want. All right, that gives you a lot of flexibility and creativity in the way you set up your own business. All right, it offers a mix, offers the best mix to each client to maximize results. Again, it goes back to, some people have a problem here. Let's fix this first. Let's move on to that. And we will show you how you can just keep growing this. We have customers that started with us that were spending $9 a month to start with, and now they're spending $2,000, $2,500, $3,000 a month. Well, they didn't get to $3,000 a month right away. We started at $9. Okay. But we built a relationship on that $9 product, and once they saw the $9 product, then they went for the $50 product or the $200 a month product, or we just kept moving them up, but it had to make sense for them. Okay, so we're not just upselling them products that they don't need. We're upselling them products that we feel we're actually going to help them, because we got to know their business. That's the key. If we don't know their business, it gets really hard for us to know what they want, what they need, and how what's going to work best for them. Because they don't know. That's the one thing you got to recognize. You get access to innovative services and products before the competition does. Okay? You're going to see things tonight that you haven't seen before, that aren't really out there. That, we've been selling for a year or more. Okay? Or been playing around with in one form or fashion. A couple of them we've been playing around with. Some of them we've been actually selling for more than a year. It brings innovation to the table. Okay? Innovation is the key. You got to think outside the box. So let me give you some examples of some of the services. Many of you are familiar with retargeting and targeted marketing. Okay? Now retargeting is, in all aspects of this, I really focus to the retargeting more than the targeted marketing, only because retargeting has some immediate value for customers with traffic to their websites. Now, they don't to have traffic to their websites. A lot of them want to buy traffic. That's fine. Targeted marketing is buying traffic. So the way you sell targeted marketing is, look, would you like to be on, major websites throughout your local community? Do you want more traffic? We can deliver more traffic to your website. And that's really what targeted marketing does, is delivers more traffic. We do mobile apps. Okay, we do some very simple, very powerful, very affordable mobile apps. Now, we can get into some really complicated ones too, but for the most part, most businesses, they just want a mobile app that's going to do a few things that they can offer their customers, and more importantly, retain and communicate with their customers. Mobile apps are great for retention and communication with existing customers. Facebook apps, contest coupons. This is the ability for them to drive new customers through the viral Facebook platform. Now, the reason we chose Facebook over some of the other social media platforms is just because people are on it. Let me ask you a question. If you have a choice between sending someone an email or having someone, getting something on Facebook, what's a better application, right? Well, your email, they may or may not open. They only watch it a couple of times a day. But the average person's on Facebook forever, every day for 10, 20, 30 minutes at a time. Okay? They're on it all the time. So if I'm going to put something in front of somebody, I want it on something like Facebook. I don't want to send them an email. Not that emails don't work. It's just they're not as effective. So if you combine this with some innovation on Facebook, so that you're not just doing likes and all that other stuff, where you're running contests, where you're doing coupons. They can literally create their own Groupons, or you guys can create, this is what I would suggest you guys do, you create your own local Groupon, okay, and run a coupon site. And we'll show you how to do that, okay? And you can offer it to businesses, say, hey, how would you like to run a coupon on our site? We have, 15,000 likes, okay? Anyways, video marketing, which is very effective messaging. And also we have the ability, through some innovation, to basically put these on the first page of Google. And when you do that, they get phone calls. They get lots of phone calls, okay? So these are great for, a lot of your construction-type companies. Video brochures. Now, I don't know if you guys knew this, but IM4B has and I'll show it to you, we are ranked number 1, number 2 for video brochures in the United States of America. And we sell these on a regular basis. We don't sell them in large quantities. They're rather expensive. They're mostly for high-end customers. We didn't introduce them to you guys because, there's a narrow market here. And you're not going to sell a ton of these. You're not going to sell them all day long. But you know what? It's just another item in your arsenal. So when you know that you have a customer that this is a match for, you have something to show them that's extremely innovative. All right? Bitcoin. I don't know how many of you have heard of Bitcoin. When I did a recent survey, 9 times out of 10 people haven't even heard of Bitcoin. And what's even striking, most of the small businesses around here haven't heard of Bitcoin. Okay? And I won't go into Bitcoin too much tonight, but I just want you to know that we're looking at this seriously. And the reason we're looking at Bitcoin seriously is not, I've known about it. It's been around since 2009, guys. Okay? It's been in the news on and off since that time. Okay? It's an alternative currency. It's a digital currency. Some people don't understand how it works. It works just like cash. It's a transaction between you and me, except there's no bank and there's no centralized government controlling the currency. It's strictly market-driven, which has a lot of great things. That means you get the dynamics of gold and silver with the currency. Let's think about it this way. How hard is it today to go in and buy something with gold? I mean, what do? Shave off a couple of shavings off your gold bar? Here you go, I want to buy a piece of pizza? It's really hard to buy things with gold. That's why our ancestors move away from coin to paper. Okay? The problem is that paper was supposed to represent something. In today's market, that fiat currency, as we call it, represents less and less each month because our federal government, and by the way, Bitcoin was actually a concept of all people, Thomas Edison, who wanted to decentralize our currency. And it made a lot of sense to him, and it makes even more sense today. So the reason Bitcoin is why we're looking at it seriously now and getting more involved in it is not because it's a fad. It's here to stay. It's been around for 5 years, 6 years now. So it's around to stay, number 1. Number 2, it's international. And number 3, which I think is even more important, big people are getting involved. And that's what I watch for. You know, PayPal's going to be offering. Bill Gates and Microsoft going to put it all over Microsoft 8. Okay? PayPal founders are getting involved. Western Union's getting involved. Money ordering companies, whatever their names are, getting involved. Walmart offers it. CVS offers it. Nike offers it. Lord & Taylor accepts them. So large corporations are starting to accept Bitcoin. The advantage to a merchant, no transaction fees. All right? No transaction fees. As a matter of fact, the most a business would pay is $30 a month, flat fee, for up to $10,000 a day in Bitcoin. All right? Which is, if you do the mathematics, that's virtually zero. All right, it's not quite zero, but it's virtually zero. All right, if you were processing $10,000, $300,000 a month in Bitcoin, and you only had $30 to spend as a processing fee, that's like 0.0000 whatever percent that is. So it's virtually nothing. And
so
then
like gas stations would really benefit. Restaurants would really
anyone
benefit.
Accepting credit cards. This is like you guys have the opportunity to be the first person to introduce credit cards to the market. Okay, just think of it that way. All right, because look, we can either get on early before everybody knows about it and we can start pushing it, or we can wait and follow the train afterwards. When Bill Gates and the founder of Yahoo, the guy of PayPal, when all, I just want to show you guys a few things. This isn't one of them. I want to show you something that's happening in Facebook, and I don't know if I mentioned this, but I want to show you, and people aren't talking about this. So I went online to Facebook, and I found this Delmonico Steakhouse. They're in Las Vegas. It doesn't really matter. Nice site, 48,000 likes. They're on Instagram. But here's what I was looking for. You see this holiday cookbook? This is what we call a Facebook application. Okay? And I'll just pull it up and I'll show it to you. All right? So here's what it looks like on Facebook. Pretty nice, right? I'm on my PC. Great. There it is, okay? Got the little, tweet stuff here going on and contact information here in Las Vegas. And now you can get the holiday recipes for 2013. Okay, maybe it needs to be updated. But the point is this is a Facebook application, okay? And this company, this Delmonico Steakhouse, has invested money in this, and they're promoting this. Okay, so you're going to find lots of companies do these Facebook-type applications. You've probably seen them. But here's where the problem comes in that nobody's talking about, okay? And I don't know if you knew this, but Facebook recently made a few changes, which I happen to do. And one of the changes was the way that Facebook applications work, okay? And behind the scenes, technically, and nobody really caught it, but they don't work on cell phones anymore. So I'm going to bring up my little cell phone demo pad here. Okay, this is just a cell phone simulator, and I can show you where to get this. So I'm going to take this URL right up here. That's this Facebook application for this steakhouse, and I'm going to copy it. All right, and then I'm going to take my little simulator and I'm going to paste it in there. So what I'm pretending to be is on my cell phone. Just so you know. As a matter of fact, I'm going to pick a phone. I'm going to do the iPhone 5 here. I like the iPhone 5. Okay, and I'm going to just do a little refresh. And let me move this out of the way so you guys can see what happens. Okay, so this is what this application looks like on a cell phone. The page you requested was not found. Okay, it doesn't work. All right, all of these Facebook applications do not work on cell phones. All right, as you can see by the blank screen that you're looking at. Okay, this is a problem, and I'll tell you why it's a problem. Guess what? 65%, used to be 50, 65% of Facebook's traffic is what? Mobile. Okay. So if you're a company and you invest a few $1,000s in an application and 65% of your audience can't even see it, okay, I would say you have a problem. Okay. So, I can do this. I can take this little simulator. I can take this. I can do a little screenshot. I can send this guy an email or do a short little video or something and send this guy an email and say, hey, Mr. Delmonico Steakhouse, did you know that your Facebook application doesn't work on mobile phones? And by the way, we can fix this. We have a solution. We can fix this. Okay, so this is a service that we can offer that allows us to fix these issues. So we can actually fix this issue for them. And I won't go into how we do it. It's all software driven, and we have to do some link manipulation and some mobile manipulation, but it takes us a little while to fix it. But we can fix this so that when people go here and when he's promoting his application here, he has an alternative that allows people to see this on their mobile phone. All right, so that's just one problem that nobody's talking about that needs to be fixed on hundreds and thousands of Facebook pages for businesses. Okay, and all you got to do is find them if they have an application. You can tell if they have an application. Let me get out of this here. We don't need this anymore. So let me just kill that. You can tell if they have an application by the tabs on their site. Okay, so that's how you know. All right. I want to show you another thing that we do, and this is just something I whipped together today. And this is an example of a mobile app. Okay, so I just threw together a quick mobile app to give you guys kind of an example. We have literally, dozens and dozens of options here. So a mobile app for a business, for most businesses, can be very simple. We just pick a design template, and then what we do is, this is untitled, so I can put a header in here, but basically what we're doing is it's designed to accomplish a function for a business, a mobile app. Great way to interact with existing customers, by the way. All right, so for example, one of the things that I got here is a loyalty card. So if I can pull this up, get your freebie. Okay, so you would download this. I'm not going to download it, but you would download this, and what it would do is it's like one of those, buy 9 get 1 free things. Only it's on your mobile phone. So if I buy 9 coffees at the coffee shop, I get the 10th one free. So that's what this loyalty card, if you will, for a mobile device is. All right. Let me get out of this. Let me see if I can go back. Yeah, I probably lost it. Oh well. I just wanted to show you that application. I'll have to get the URL again, wherever it was. So it had coupons on there. It had, an RSS feed and just a bunch of things. But, mobile apps are fairly hot. But you guys can offer mobile apps, especially if there's, something we can do with them. I also wanted to show you this. Okay, this is something I did up. George will be happy to see this. So this is a Facebook page that I threw together for the Miami City Guide. And, I got the background images here and the logo and, the nice looking chick. I thought that would be, really good because people pay attention to that. But what I really wanted to show you here is one of the things that I did for this. By the way, just so you know, this is new. I go down here on the timeline so you can see it. Joined Facebook May 13th. So, what's this? 15th? Okay, so 2 days ago, I created this. And in that time, I also created a contest for the Miami City Guide. Okay, and we can also create coupons, which run just like Groupons. They have countdown counters. We can do, it's a $27 product. We're selling it for $9. We only have 100 of them. So just like a Groupons campaign, we can kind of run our own Groupons campaign on Facebook. I would do that on my own site. I would actually encourage you guys to we'll build our own city guide, if you will, or city Facebook page and do the Groupons thing on that. Then you guys can sell it over and over to the businesses. So this is a contest application. Again, it's a Facebook application. So congratulations. You have 5 points. The reason I have 5 points is because I liked it. And now I get to invite my friend. So if I want to, get more points, I can invite my friends. Okay, so what am I doing here? I'm creating a viral contest. Okay, so, and I just threw something up, guys. I really didn't, put a lot of effort into this. I'm sorry, but enter to win, a $20 It's a Grind gift card, or, you can put anything in here. It could be a gas card, it could be a gift, it could be a flat screen TV, whatever you want. You can run a contest. Okay, nonprofits can use it, fundraise. You can use it as a local contest. By the way, you can incorporate this on your own Facebook page too. So we could create a Facebook page similar to Miami City Guide for you guys, and run contests and group coupons all day long. Okay, and you can just have a contest here, and you can go to businesses and say, hey, how would you like to enter a contest? Invite your, customers to enter a chance to win a, iPad or something. I don't know, whatever. But they hit the invite your friends button, okay? And what it does is now it's going to take my list of friends, and I get to invite all of them to this application. And I have, 300, 400, 500 people. So I can go through my list and invite them and get a point for each one. And if I get the most points, I get to win the car. I don't know. So, all right, I'm just giving you guys an idea here. Okay, this is the innovation. Okay, this is the stuff that gets the business to go, oh, wow, I could see where a contest would work for me. I could see where a coupon could work for me. A lot of businesses don't necessarily. What? They do want to promote it to their existing customers. Yeah.
Wally, I'm getting a lot of people saying that the sound went dead.
Oh, the sound went dead. Well, it shouldn't have. Can you hear me now?
I've heard you the whole time.
Well, maybe I've been stretching out the mic cable. How's that? Is that better? Can everybody hear me? Art?
It's fine. Nice doggy.
Nice doggy. All right, so I just wanted to show you that Facebook application. Okay. And I'm going to get back into opening this up. So, what does this mean for you? Well, we're going to put together some wholesale pricing, but I wanted to show you. It's blanked out good now. Okay, thank you, Paul. So somebody said they were hearing the whole time also. So, I just think it was maybe loose there. But anyways, we're going to put together some wholesale costs. So, for example, if we do retargeting, it's 100% audience build. Guys, you want to do retargeting. Think about this. If you had, 100 businesses in your market doing retargeting with 1,000 visitors apiece, you'd have access to 1 million people. Now, do you think if you ran a contest on Facebook or a coupon on Facebook and you could actually reach out to that audience also, that you wouldn't really have something going on? I think you really would. So you guys can really build up a huge audience by offering retargeting because we have access to this. You got to remember that not only are we using this for our customers, but we can also use this as a way to, we have access to this audience is what I'm saying. Okay, these audiences are like us creating our own giant Facebook page, if you will. Okay, just so you guys are aware of that. So, we offer wholesale costs, $125. You can sell for $250, and you make $125. Now that's a monthly price. Okay. You can also do targeted marketing where they're going to get between 1,000 and 5,000 visitors, and again, we're going to do $395. You can sell it for $950. By the way, when you add those two together, that might be your $1,500 package, or you could offer for $1,200 or $1,300 and still make $700-800. Okay, so and by the way, that's a monthly. These are all monthly prices, so you can see how the recurring revenue stream can really build up quick. Mobile apps. Now, mobile apps usually are a higher one-time fee. So normally, what you do with a mobile app is you sell it for $400, and then you tack on some kind of maintenance fee, like $30, $40 a month. Okay, and that $30, $40 a month, the majority of that, maybe 5 of it is us, the rest of it's yours. So you guys can really ramp this up, or we'll just build in the annual fee right in here at the $199, and then you guys can charge $400 plus $25 a month and keep the 25. So there's lots of ways to do this, lots of ways to slice this, but you make $200 a month with that. Facebook apps, $150. You can sell them for $3.95 all day. You can see that these prices aren't astronomical by any means. Well below market, many of them. You can actually charge more in some markets. So, you just find out what your market's doing, and then be competitive. You don't have to give it away. You just need to be like middle of the road or high end of the road, because you're going to bring the innovation that's going to make this thing work. So you make $245 a month with that. Video marketing, $295. Can sell it for $5.95 all day long. Again, I would set up some kind of monthly retainer to go with that, where we're doing several videos, a couple of videos a month or something like that. Bitcoin training. Now Bitcoin is kind of a set fee because we're offering the training. There's really no cost for a business to create a merchant account with Bitcoin. So we're not going to charge them to create merchant accounts, but we are going to train them because they really know how to do this correctly. Plus, they're going to need to know how to promote it and investment. So that training, because it takes a lot of time to train them, that training is what they're going to be paying for. So we're charging, $67 a month for the training. You can charge $97 and make $30 recurring on every business that you bring on board with Bitcoin. Again, this is all passive, so you don't have to do anything. All the training is done by us. You just collect the extra $30 a month. Okay, so really you don't have to do anything. You just collect the $30 a month. So to give you an idea, I just kind of threw some numbers together. If you were doing 10 accounts, just got to 10 accounts over the course of a year, less than one a month. I mean, really not doing much, by the way, guys, if you're doing that. But you can do 10 accounts in a month if you do it the right way. But let's say your average client initial spend is between $200 to $500. We're finding most companies like to enter right around here. Now we do have an introductory products like our call tracking stuff and some of other stuff which is really low cost. Some of it's actually free. Like our Bitcoin is, $1 for 7 days. We're actually going to show them how to set up a wallet and a few other things for $1. So they can get involved on a very low cost or low intro price. And then, of course, we upsell them into, the full packages or whatever they want after that. Usually after about 90 days, the average customer is usually spending between $1,500 and $2,500 a month with us if we've done a good job here in the initial part. And the reason we do this little stuff is because this is easy to perform. Then just giving you some averages of what we do. And then if you had 10 accounts, the initial amount, say $5,000, using that $500, you'd make in that 3 months, you'd make $15,000. And then as they mature over the course of the year, you'd be making $20,000 a month gross, and that's what's coming in. And then that adds up to $180,000 a year, and then the total for that is $195,000. So here's what I want to point out: on just 10 accounts, you don't need thousands of accounts. Just 10 accounts. By the way, some of you guys can do 100 accounts. That would mean 1.9. That would be almost $2 million. So, if you just did 10 accounts, and that's it, and you wanted to semi-retire, your net profit for the year would be $97,500. Okay, because I'm taking out our costs, which average is about 50% or less. But you'd make somewhere around $97,500 just on those 10 accounts. Okay, so I wanted to illustrate this to you so that you can see that it doesn't take a lot of accounts to get there. And you have a lot of different things to offer. So there's a lot of ways that can come through the door. And we're going to show you how to do each one of them. All right, so this isn't a hold back and concentrate on one or two items. We're going to give you the whole farm and all the new products as we roll them out. Okay, because we are rolling out new products, and we're also developing others. So you're going to get a lot of stuff coming through the pipeline on a regular basis from us to my desktop. Okay, and this is what I want to do. Actually, I want to go into Outlook. Not that Outlook. This is Outlook. Okay, so I'm going to open up a new tab in Outlook, totally blank. Go to Google. All right. And what I want to do is I want to copy just part of this title. Copy. All right. And I want to see how we did. If I can get it to paste in there. And I don't know why it's not pasting. Well, that's weird. Well, let's try Firefox. Oops. Oh, that's because I copied too much of it. See, that's why. Okay, let's. Maybe that's why I wouldn't paste. I was trying to do the whole tagline there. Alrighty. See, you know, you don't have to be smart to do this stuff. Here, let's see how we did. Now we may not have done anything yet. And it doesn't look like it's on the first page yet. My first thing I want to do is I want to see if it's actually been indexed by Google yet. And it has not been indexed by Google. Okay, so it's not going to show up if Google doesn't index it. So all that means, guys, is that Google didn't index it yet, so it's not going to show up. Which, you know, like I said, it depends on when Google indexes this thing. I can kind of push their hand a little bit. But what I want to do, I did this earlier. I did one for Syracuse this afternoon, and I'll show it to you. Okay, and the reason I know it works is because it got indexed. It took a few hours, but they finally indexed it. So I'm going to paste this in. Okay, so guys, just want to show this to you. So 1 hour ago, got indexed, so it's 8:57, so at 8 o'clock, just before I came on, it only took a few hours for Google to do it. This YouTube video was indexed by Google. Now, I can turn off the SEO stuff here. We don't need that. Actually, what I'll do is I'll just put this into my Explorer. And we'll see what Explorer says about it. Okay, that's a better, cleaner look than all that SEO stuff. So it's ranked. So here's a video that I uploaded and got indexed an hour ago. Right there, you can see the time. All right, 1 hour ago, and it's setting at number 2 for refrigeration in Syracuse. Now, I'm going to tell you a secret, because you're all looking at this and going, yes, but that's in Spanish. That's exactly right. One of the tactics that we have been employing, believe it or not, and this applies to many of you, is, and marketers are forgetting about this, we're using a bilingual approach, okay, or a multilingual approach. One of the things that we're finding, especially in the United States today, is that there's a very strong Hispanic population. And in that Hispanic population, they actually search using Spanish. And even in Syracuse, believe it or not, there's 8,000 people that use Spanish, and you can go into Facebook and look that up. So you don't have to believe me. You can go to. I'll show you how I do it. I just go into Facebook. You guys got a minute. Hopefully this will only take a minute. I just go into Facebook and use their stats because Facebook has demographics. So I just go in here and say, Spanish speaking speaking Syracuse. Okay. And I'm probably not doing a great job here, but yeah, it's looking for not doing the right thing. It's looking for the website stuff. Anyways, if you go into, now I gotta go do the ad thing. All right. So the way I do it is I pretend I'm building an ad, just so you guys know, because there's demographics in Facebook's ad ad building. Let's see here if I can get to it. Yeah, I'm not seeing their ad stuff. Create ads. Here we go. I didn't want to go this way, but clicks to websites. You got to put a URL in. They changed all this. I hate this now, the way they do this. New page likes. Continue. I don't know. Also do post engagement. So if you go into their ad section like you're running an ad, what you can do in their demographics section, just so you guys know, change this to a city, Syracuse, New York. Don't tell me you didn't find any matches. I know Syracuse exists. Let's do New York. New York, United States. Okay, and I want to do city. I can do it. So you can enter in a language here. Spanish. All right. And so right now there's 1,304. I want to get to Syracuse. Syracuse, New York, United States. Here we go. Okay. So, anyways, estimated reach. There's about 7,400 people in. This is where you want to get your number. There's about 7,400 people in the Syracuse market that speak Spanish on a regular basis. Okay, so one of the things that a lot of marketers are missing is this multilingual aspect. By the way, you can do this for Russian and Polish and just about any ethnic group. There are demographics throughout the U.S. that you can use. I use Facebook because it gives me a fairly decent number. 3,400, that gives me a market. So if I put up Spanish-oriented videos, because they do search in Spanish, now this is really big for you guys in the South, okay, because your populations down there for Spanish-speaking are just right through the roof. So if you did this, you would find that you would be getting a ton of calls, and one of the reasons is because just like I showed you here, in an hour, we can have a video sitting there for any of the Spanish terms. Now, this also helps us with the English terms. So eventually our English-speaking videos will be here too. But I wanted to show this innovation to you because a lot of marketers are not talking to business owners about offering bilingual or multicultural options. And it's actually very easy for us to do. Now, I can't speak Spanish very well, but you know what? I have a tool. It's a really simple tool. It's called Google. Okay. I can translate anything I want from English to any language I want in the world with Google. So I can take that English video with all those descriptions, and I just put it in here, paste, copy, bing. I've got a Spanish version. All right. So I'm showing you a little secret here. I'm not some wizard. I can put this in Chinese. I don't know Chinese. I don't need to know Chinese. Google knows Chinese. Okay? So this is what I'll let you guys know that. Now, if I want to do the voiceover in Spanish, yes, I have to hire somebody to do the voiceover in Spanish. Okay? But many of the Spanish-speaking people are bilingual also, but some are strictly Spanish. So, you really want to look at this innovation, this strategy, as a way to differentiate yourself. So I'm just giving you an idea of a way of differentiating yourself. So now you can sell, video marketing or any kind of marketing and say, have you guys ever considered a, bilingual or multicultural approach? And they're like, no, nobody's ever talked to us about that. I talked to 6 business owners about this. No one has talked to them about this. Okay? Now, you don't have to be a techno wizard to offer that to them, do you? I mean, I don't think you need to be a techno wizard to offer this. Okay, look, guys, I know you're doing the English stuff, but have you guys ever thought about a Spanish version of what you're doing? And they're like, no, how much would that cost us? By the way, guys, don't you think you can charge more? Because now you can offer both an English and Spanish version of a video, if you will, and say, look, we'll offer a, English and Spanish version of a video. Yeah, it's going to cost you more. Sure, it's going to cost you twice as much, maybe 2.5 times as much. But you're going to have a multicultural approach. You're not going to miss anybody. You're not excluding anyone. You're going after the entire market. So I just want to let you know that this is one of the things that I started to discover in my playing around with things and really, I want to be honest with you, it came because the customer requested it, not because I'm brilliant. Okay, so if you listen to your customers, they're often going to give you some really great ideas. Okay, and by the way, you guys in the southern in the southern states, Georgia, Miami, Houston, Dallas. I mean, my God, this is like killer because nobody's talking to these guys about this stuff. That we would offer both a Spanish and an English version. Because all the marketing companies are doing, hey, we'll put a video together in English, and that's all they want to do. They don't want to mess with this bilingual stuff because they think you have to speak and understand it to do it. Well, you don't. Okay, I don't speak and I don't understand it, but I can, no habla español, but I can certainly, have Google translate it for me. So, all right. So I wanted to share that with you, and I wanted to show this to you. So what's going to happen sometime in the next few hours, the one I just loaded is going to be also sitting in Houston around the number 1 or number 2 spot with the Spanish version for pest control in Houston, Texas. And by the way, that thing will get phone calls, all right? Because all those Spanish people Spanish-speaking people who type in a search for pest control in Houston, Texas, are going to see that video above the English version. Because why? Because they typed it in Spanish. All right. So I wanted to show this to you. That's our tracking number right there. That 4017660. That's our YouTube video. This is Syracuse. So again, not a huge Spanish population, but 8,000 people, right? And I'm sitting number 2. So I really in an hour. So you can see how quickly, and this will help our English-speaking version. That's our English-speaking version, by the way, is sitting at number 12 right at the moment. Okay, when I do this and I link these two together, just to give you guys some insight. When I link these two together, this actually helps raise the number. Google starts to say, oh, you have a number 2 and a number 12. Well, let's move the number 12 up. Obviously, you have something of value here, so let's move up your number 12 value, and they'll usually put it on the first page for me. So it will help my English version also. So approaching this thing bilingually, and I don't care what part of the country you're in, LA, obviously, but I don't even care if you're in Minnesota. You would be surprised. Minnesota, Russian-speaking individuals, okay? Huge population. So, Polish in the Northeast, there's huge populations of Polish-speaking. And they search in these languages, guys. So, I just, it's a really cool strategy when you approach a business with it. So just to show you what it's about. I'm going to wrap this up here, Art. I know that we needed to wrap this up. So what's next? Okay. The good news and the bad news. So we want you to fill out an application. Now, for those of you that have been with us, just probably exercise, but go ahead and fill out the application. Pick your level, basic or advanced. Now, the difference between basic or advanced is this, okay? With basic, we're going to offer a lot of our simple services, okay, because it's a training issue. With the advanced stuff, and you can start there, but with the advanced stuff, you're going to get some of the newer stuff, some of the more advanced services like Bitcoin, okay? Bitcoin's going to be in the advanced section because there's a little more training, a little more to it than just, because there's a whole investment aspect and a few other things. So there's a little more to the advanced. You're also going to get all the newer stuff. We're going to have a mastermind group. We're actually going to help you grow your business. And should you hire salespeople, and we'll actually show you how to do that later on, how to outsource that and hire salespeople in the advanced section. We're also going to train them for you. We'll train them for a fee. We'll run a three-month training program for them, and charge you something, maybe a couple $100 to train each sales rep. But they're fully trained then, and you can just put them out in the field pretty quickly and have them making money. So that's the idea here. Is we're here to help you actually build a business with assets. In the advanced section, you're also going to get things like us helping you build that Facebook page with the Groupon and contest thing. In the basic, you're going to have all these services to sell, but you're not going to get some of those advanced features, which are just going to put more money in your pocket. So the difference is this. In basic, you can make a nice 6-figure income. In advanced, we're shooting for, right away, but we're shooting for that 7-figure income. We're trying to help you build $1 million a year business in the advanced section. Now, it's going to take some time to do that, but that's what we're after in that section. So that's the difference. By the way, I did the mathematics here. One client pays for even the advanced section. So we're not making any money at this. The reason we decided to charge something, and I'm going to be very, very honest with you guys, the reason we decided to charge something is to eliminate the tire kickers, okay, to eliminate those who are not serious, because we have found out that when you have some skin in the game, okay, you will do something with it. And if you don't, then you'll leave. And that's what should happen, okay? As a matter of fact, if you're not making any money, if you haven't sold anything in 90 days, you should leave, okay? You really shouldn't be involved. So I'm just being honest with you, because if you can't sell at least one account in 90 days, then we're all doing something wrong, especially with all the give-me's, the giveaways, the mobile apps, the mobile websites, the Facebook stuff. I mean, just one Facebook account where we fix their application can pay for this for the whole year. So it's really not hard to do. It's just we're not doing this because we want to charge you. We're doing this so that we eliminate and have serious people involved. It's really there as a filter. Okay. The next thing you do after that is sell to local businesses and scale up. Now, if you're interested in getting involved in this, then I would suggest that you go to this. And I don't know, Art, can you type that in, or I'll type it into the chat here. I'm going to put this in the chat for you guys. Okay, bear with me. Sometimes I have a hard time typing and talking at the same time. Yeah, I don't know why that is. I'm really a single object guy for the most part. But anyways, just go to IM4B.com /local-biz-pro, and you'll see an application there. Now, the reason we're taking the applications, especially for the new people, is we want to know who you are and if this is going to be really a good fit for you. And there's probably going to be a short phone interview to go with that. Because look, we're not here to take your money. We want to make sure this is going to work for you. That's the idea behind it. It's actually helping you become the local biz pro. You're not getting it. Yeah, hold on, Paul. Local biz pro. All right. So I sent out the link. You guys can copy it in the chat if you want to and get involved with this. But this really opens up all the services and does it in a wholesale way. So any questions? Can we... AR,
coach, to get all of your guys included in the game plan.
Yeah, Wally.
you want to... Were you watching the questions? Can we charge to fix their Facebook app? Absolutely, you can charge. You should charge them to fix their Facebook app. Absolutely, there's work involved. To start charging us now, then we will get pages created to help bring us leads. Yeah, I mean, when you join, we're going to be working with you pretty aggressively to get you up and running as far as leads and stuff like that. We'll show you how, we'll train you how to go out and fill up that front end of your funnel with some of the low-cost or freebie stuff so that you can get hundreds of businesses involved right away. And that's really the first objective. We'll also show you how you, problems like I just showed you with the Facebook application, identify those people, reach out to them and say, hey, look, you've got a problem. We also got things like mobile sites where you can actually show them, hey, look, your site sucks on mobile. I mean, you don't want to say that, but hey, here's what your site looks like. Now, this is what it could look like. Do you want to get it fixed? So, a lot of those types of things. And we can put, there's videos that we can put together to help educate them. I'm not a big believer in flyers or brochures or that kind of stuff. If you guys want to set up your own, local website, go right ahead. You can use some of our content. You can go to web.com and build a site for nothing. So, this really is your business. There is some parts of this that are your responsibility that, certainly will guide you and help you where we can. But, we really want you to take ownership of this as a business, as an asset that you're going to build long term and, either someday sell. And by the way, you'll have a ready-made buyer in us because, we'll buy your business back from you. I mean, you can turn, one of the nice things about, if you really look at business seriously, if you guys are really serious, and you want to make a nice retirement package for yourself, for those of you that are getting up there or thinking about that, then the best way to do it is to build a business, spend a few years, build up a business, and then sell it. I mean, you will make millions of dollars, and that's your whole retirement package right there. It's a better asset. If you do it correctly, it's a better asset than a house, okay? And you can sell a business, a viable business, to almost anyone, as long as it's structured correctly and not dependent upon you. So if your business has us as a vendor and a partner, and someone just has to step into your role, that makes it really easy for them because you're not trying to sell all the knowledge that goes behind it. They will have to know something, obviously, but it's a ready-made business with assets that are already working, and they can see that. Okay, so the assets are already in place. So the idea here is to build up your assets, to build you a Facebook Groupon page, to build you a Facebook contest page to build you a portfolio of businesses that are doing things with you and you're charging something monthly for. That is a sellable business. Okay, people will buy that. All right. Like you had mentioned regarding after 3 sales, how much? I'm not sure what you're asking, Andy. I don't know. Maybe Eric can help you with that. Well, yeah. I mean, there's no commission involved here, guys. So this is just strictly here's the cost from our side. Mark it up whatever you want. You want to make, $1,000 on a deal or $500 a deal. That's your choice. So we're not determining the final price. We'll give you suggested retail, but I mean, I would certainly charge. In some markets you can charge more, in some markets you can charge less. But it depends on how much, how competitive you want to be. I would be on the high side because it's always easy to come down. I mean, it's always easy to offer, a few $100s off something rather than charge them a few $100s more. Plus, I don't like leaving money on the table. So, any small business can afford $500. Let me just say that up front. Any small business, I don't care if they're a one-man shop, can afford $500 a month. Okay, that is easy for them to do. Okay, they spend more on other things than that, and marketing shouldn't be that much. Most small businesses that are doing any kind of marketing at all are spending a few $1,000s a month on marketing. So, a $500 bill isn't a big deal. If you want to start them off smaller, start them off smaller. I mean, you can, like I said, we have intro products that are, $10 a month. So there isn't anybody you can't get involved. It's just a matter of, growing them from there. So, what can we charge to fix our Facebook app? We've been knocking those off in the $495 to $695 range all day long. So you're gonna probably spend like $150, $200 with us, and you're gonna charge about $600 for them. So you're gonna triple your money on that deal. Okay. And it only takes us a few days to fix it. So it's not a long time. I mean, it depends on the workload, but it's just a few days to fix this. Most of these things that we're offering are really, really simple. And I would suggest that you start with some of the simpler stuff. And if you don't know anything about online marketing or anything at all, then certainly, you guys can move up from the 49 to the advanced. By the way, these prices are, we're doing these prices right now. We know that this thing is worth because we've seen other people charge, $600, $700, $800 a shot or a couple $100 a month for this kind of stuff. So we know we're well below on price-wise for this kind of stuff, especially all the things we're giving you. Most of them are charging you piecemeal, so they're charging, $50 for this and $50 for that and $50 for that. When you add it all up, you're paying $400 a month. And by the way, I've done that before, so I know what I'm talking about. I know a few of those guys who do that stuff, and I've been there. I've seen their stuff. I've gotten their stuff just to see what it was, and half of it's garbage. But that's just beside the point. Nice. Okay. In Spanish sounds. It's back now. Okay. Yes, it's fine. All right. Well, listen, guys. If there's no more questions, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to end it here. And, I hope to see many of you partnering up with us and offering these services. Again, this is your business. So, we really want to make you the local biz pro and have you build your own business. So I look forward to working with all of you, showing you some more innovative things. I just gave you a taste tonight of some of the really cool things that we can do. And if you stick with us, we'll show you those things on a regular basis. And it'll be really lots of fun because you're going to be saying, wow, this is really cool. And, we can do some of this stuff. Like we can, put a video on the first page and then go show them. I mean, look, there's a video on the first page. You guys want it or don't you? I mean, it'll be, so much money per month to have access to it. And, we'll put a call tracking number on it. And, it's doing 10 calls a week or whatever it's doing, But those things will get calls. And they will, and we've seen it. So, so it's nice to demo that way. and show them what you can do, rather than promising them things and then it has to work or not work. I have some for when we have the meeting. When do you plan to do the meetings? Which mobile phone simulator should I use? Andrew, I can send you that. You join up, and we'll supply you with mobile phone simulators and all kinds of access to where to go to get brochures done and all kinds of stuff. You'll have access to all kinds of inside things that we do. So we'll show you where to get things done cheaply if you need something done outside our scope.
The time we don't know yet, Mike.
What do you mean the time?
The time, he's looking for a time for the meeting. We'll accommodate the California connections.
Oh yeah. We may do several of these. There'll be several of them done. So it's not something that we're going to try to make too inconvenient for you. As a matter of fact, I'm really thinking of breaking these into small groups. So if we have a West Coast group, then we'll do them at a certain time, and an East Coast group and a Southern group, and so we'll probably try to lump you guys together, especially the advanced guys, because I really want you to interact at that level. So that's going to be more sharing what's working between us as business partners in a mastermind, not just getting together and getting some training done. So the basic stuff, we're going to do training. We're going to show you how it's done. Go out and do it, sell it. Good. The advanced stuff, you're going to get a little more in terms of a little more hand-holding and personal service. And us, we're very interested in turning that into a seven-figure business for you. So we're going to be working on not just the products and services, but also how to structure this, how to offer it, how to build a business around it, how to build the assets, how to hire salespeople, how to outsource. You need a virtual assistant, then hire a virtual assistant. You don't need, there's things you can cut down on costs. We can show you shortcuts, all that kind of stuff. So it's really more about the whole business package rather than just, there's a lot more strategy and theory and stuff that goes into that. So, how you build your business is just as important as, what you're offering. So, we certainly want you to offer all those services, but you guys may want to add some services outside our scope. We're okay with that. As long as it's not competing with us, we're okay with that. If you wanted to offer, business consulting services, then that's fine. Go right ahead. Add that to your portfolio. So we don't have a problem with that. I'm going to be very interested to see how some of you guys get creative with some of this stuff and and use it, because that's also going to come into play, especially with the mastermind group. That's usually what I find happens. So it's a lot more to it than just here's our product or services. All right, I just hope that helps. Any other questions there, Art, that I missed?
Nope.
All right. Well, listen, I want to thank everybody. It's 9:30. We went a little over tonight, but we had a lot to show you. So I will be in touch with you and Art. So we'll be talking to you soon. Thanks a lot, everybody. Have a good night.